invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure that bell notification stays lit. Like that, you guys will not miss out on any future updates. Like today, we need these updates. What's going on? WTF market is what everybody is saying. And we're going to get into some of these things right now. We're going to get into the technical side. I'm sure you guys been watching the news all day. I'm sure you guys know there's a war. I'm sure you guys know this. I'm sure you guys know that. I'm sure you guys watch a million YouTube channels that's already told you what's going on around the world and how that could be affecting the overall market. But we're going to get into the technical side of things. We're going to go into the chart. We're going to block out most of the noise and kind of talk about what we've been talking about already for a while. We've already been talking about these exact same prices. That's why it's really, really important for you guys to keep that bell notification lit, because the way that we've already been talking about this. Now, I tell you guys when things are good. I tell you guys when things are not so good. And I also tell you guys things when, hey, it might just be going down for a little bit. It's all good. These things actually happen. Looking for rough out there. We got Frank up in here. We got Pluto Bolic. I mean, going to Pluto. That's how far he wants to go. He says skip the moon. We're going straight to Pluto. I see everybody pulling up right away. And let's go ahead and play a bullish song for XPX. As if you guys are inside of XPX, make sure you guys can go ahead and repost this inside the main TG. Get everybody to pull up for sure. Very, very important to do that. Let's play a bullish AF song for XPX. We're only 1 minute in. We already see the room filling up. I need this shared in every single Telegram. I need this shared on every X account. I need this shared on your guys' main X account. If your project is pulling up, for whatever reason, if you're not sharing this, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to share this. You need to get your community in here instead of everybody looking around and what's going on, get them inside the space. So let's play a bullish song, everybody. This is a very bullish song for XPX. And days like this, I feel even more bullish on XPX, not because, hey, it's right underneath $1 million market cap and that's a crazy discount, right? That's super bullish, but also because this is exactly why this utility is so important for the space, because no matter what, people are off-ramping. No matter what, people are doing payments. When the market's red, did you still have to put gas in your car? Yes. Do you still got to pay bills when the markets is red? Yes. Okay, so that's what we do here at XPX. We make sure that you guys can still take care of all your payment needs, whether the market's green, whether the market's red, whether you're an individual, whether you're a business, is exactly why we take advantage of projects like XPX right now at discount prices. Now, obviously, you guys know I launched XPX with Ali, Marlon, and David. All of us came together, launch XPX on Smart DeFi, and we are holding very strong. The rest of the markets are being shaken about, and we are holding really strong. Now, organically, it's going to pull back no matter what, because we're paired to BNB, we're paired to FEG token. So when these things pull back a little bit, we pull back as well. Nothing to really be worried about, because the technology that we're invested into, the narrative that we're invested into, the meta that we have right up our sleeves, which is all things payments, is exactly why we're here. So I'm going to play a bullish AF song for XPX while we get everybody in here. I need to see the numbers climb a little bit faster there. I don't know. Share this, fam. Let's go ahead. Let me turn you guys up. I think the market's got everybody down.
Bullish AF, it's XPX. Rico money bags and he's finna change the game. Bullish AF, I said bullish AF. XPX finna go insane. I said bullish AF, I said bullish AF. XPX is the name, XPX is the game. I said bullish.
Let's go, fam.
I said bullish AF. XPX is the name.
We're gonna turn up after this live stream as well.
Bullish AF, I said bullish AF. Got a gold card and you know we going hard. Rico money bags and he's gonna change the game. I said bullish AF, I said bullish AF. It's XPX and it's about to go insane. I said bullish AF, I said bullish AF.
Yes. Let's go. More people up in here, more people in here, and we're gonna get this started. Everybody, pull up strong.
I said bullish AF, I said bullish AF. I said bullish AF, I said bullish AF. I said bullish AF, I said bullish AF. I said bullish.
LFG is right. LFG is right, fam.
Bullish AF, I said bullish AF. XPX, 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 XPX.
All right, man. Let's go. 30 people. Let's get some more in here. Let me know what you guys are bullish on right now. I know XPX is going to be one of them, but let me know some more right now. We got Jerry in the house. Jerry on a huge dip. I'm buying. Nice, nice. I like that. We got the Jerry community pulling up very strong, man. I mean, get the whole Jerry community in here right now. I mean, you have to pull up nonstop. I mean, honestly, you just got to pull up nonstop. Let's go, fam. More people up in here. Appreciate the super chat. We're going to cover Jerry as well, so get the whole Jerry community in here. I don't want to see no mopey faces, no down and out, none of that stuff right now. The market took a dip. Let's go, fam. This is normal. We've been doing this for a while. All right, let's jump right into it, fam. I appreciate you guys pulling up. I see the super chats. I see the Jerry community in here. I see XPX about to pull up for sure. We see the numbers climbing really fast now. That's what we need. Make sure you guys share this on your X account. Share this in your raid groups and your shield groups. Get everybody in here so they can understand that the market's not over. If you leave them to their own, you know, ideas, you know, the market, I mean, sounds very doom and gloom when if you guys had the bell notification lit, we talked about these exact same prices. So I really want you guys to pull up. This is not just, you know, this is for everybody. This is honestly for everybody, how you keep yourself in check, even how I keep myself in check. But isn't it pretty ironic that exactly what we were talking about breaking the 50 moving average, coming down to the point of control. Last night was even a little bit funnier. I was like, man, I really hope that everybody that's truly rocking with the channel paid attention to some of the price action last night, because it actually stopped exactly where we pointed out, but then ripped a little bit lower. How did we find this price that it was going to go down to that 101, but then it ripped even a little bit lower, right? A little bit more panic in the market, because the previous lows, which were over here, and this point right here on the volume profile that was sticking out. And late last night, we actually came down. We broke the 50 moving average completely. And we came exactly to that area where I was like, man, I wonder if everybody's looking at that. I wonder if everybody's added the volume profile to their chart where they can actually see this thing playing out, because, I mean, it's right there. It's right there. Now, we are breaking a little bit lower. We are filling this gap right here. We do want to hold on to this point of control, which could be something that we hold on to. But everybody that's been pulling up to the channel, we should be prepared for things like this, because we already talked about this. This doesn't mean that the market's over. This just means the technicals have to breathe. You know, the markets have to take a breath. They have to, just like you breathe in and out, you know, things cannot just go up, 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 up. They have to go up and down, right? So everything has this, right? So let's go ahead and layer this chart up. We'll let everybody fill up. We got a nice early AM show. We got some things to, how to win the $500 giveaway. Great question. Here you guys go. Let me, 1 second, of course. 1 second, because my mouse died, of course. Of course my mouse died. 1 second. 1 segundo. 1 segundo. Let me get my mouse cord. Okay, let me get my mouse cord. It charges really fast, so don't worry. All right, there we go. All right, those who are just pulling up, make sure you guys, what's going on here? Right there, that's where I belong. All right, welcome in, everybody. $500 giveaway, we're going to get into that just right now. So go ahead and pull up, and then we'll talk about that right now, okay? I'll share the links right now. All right, let's go ahead and do this and use the mouse pad on the keyboard right now. Can I win the 500? I'm out of dry powder, need phone. Hey, I heard that. That's what this is for, bro. Honestly, that's why I do this. Like part of this, like, you know, these giveaways and the futures trading is to help people get some of that dry powder so they can buy their Jerry, so they can buy what they need to buy. Like, honestly, that's what it's for. Like, now I don't want anybody chasing these trades right now. A lot of these trades, you know, you're just going to want to wait for your setup. But it's a good time to come over here and register on BYDFi. Use that link right there. And then you have to join this TG. I'm working with the team. They're going to be sending all these, the winners so far out. We got quite a few of the winners already. I'm just going to keep dumping the winnings out. And I think I should be able to replenish it every week. So who knows? We might be having a $500 giveaway every single week on the stream. If we can do that, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to give it away to you guys. That's what I want you guys to do. I just want you guys to win. If you guys want to win You guys want to learn how to win? We got some. It's all free, so just register at BYDFi. Join this Telegram. Make sure you hit /verify, and you're gonna have your UID number once you verify right here. So you'll have your UID number. You type in your UID number into that verified, and then that's what you do. I want to stake some more XPX. If I win, very nice. You know, what's nice about this giveaway is you guys could just use this on the exchange. This is a great way for you guys just to go ahead and engage right away on an exchange, and your accounts be filled so you guys can start to learn how to trade and you know, where the markets don't really bother you that much. So this is how you guys, those who are pulling up for the $500 giveaway, we're most likely, we'll see if we can have these every week. And then once it's finished, we'll get all those payments out. And then we'll see if we run another one the next week, and we'll keep doing it like that, right? That's a lot of fun and giving some people some opportunity. And, you know, you guys can use these funds, make some money, and then come over right to Moonex on BYDFi and actually buy some meme coins. You know, you guys can do that. You guys can come right on to here, excuse me, and go to directly into Pump Fund, and we'll talk about that just in a bit. Let's continue right here with BTC, exactly what we've been talking about, and let the mouse charge a little bit, right? But daily chart, we broke the 50, fam. That's just what happens, right? And a lot of times this stuff is coupled with, like, you know, exactly what's going on around the world. So these things matched up together makes the environment even that much more like, hey, man, what's going on? But really, even before bombs were thrown, even before bombs were flying, I was telling everybody, like, hey, we've been bouncing on this for a while. If we broke this, we will be seeing 96,000, right? Where do we pull down to? We pulled down to 98,000, $98,000 Bitcoin, right? What's up, Dave? What's up, fam? So $98,000 Bitcoin right there, right? So to me, we could possibly still see this point of control be touched. We see it a lot of times where, you know, this is where buyers and sellers like to shake hands, and where it draws price like a magnet. So let's layer this up and see what we got going on as you guys help me fill up the room by sharing the link, getting as many people in here. Don't worry, there's going to be enough giveaways for everybody. We'll even start doing some XPX giveaways as well once we're done with these $500 of these trial funds for everybody on BYD5. So 4-hour chart, I mean, still has not broken the downtrend. And even on the daily chart, before we go to the 4-hour chart, let's use this blunt house indicator. You know, we've had that sell signal for quite a bit. You know, quite a bit. We've had that sell signal right there. So we're still riding that sell signal down. This is the 4-hour chart. We're going to use some of this indicator to help us out, kind of get an idea of this, if this knife is done falling, right? Is this knife done, you know, spiraling out of control? And we're going to check that out right now. So 4-hour chart, we still got the sell signal. 3-hour chart, definitely got the sell signal, all underneath the 50 moving average. Just, I mean, stressing people out. You know, except Feg for Life XPX2, I'm sure he's chilling right now. He's got some, I'm about to do the same thing after this. I'm getting ready for, shout out to my brother and congratulations to my brother and his soon-to-be wife, man. I'm getting things ready for his wedding. So, it's a perfect time to, I don't know, go cut the grass, go to your brother's wedding, you know, get some things done. Like, the market's pulled back. It is what it is. If you got a bag in Jerry and you're bullish at it before, and you got a bag in, you know, some of these other projects and you're extremely happy on them, then that's what it is. Can I win $500? Yes, 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 yep. GM, right? That's what we say in the space. What's up, everybody? So $99,000 Bitcoin. 1-hour chart, still sell signal, not even close to the 50 moving average. What's going on here, fam? Let's see if we can find some area where Bitcoin is starting to show some kind of life. And I do think that we're going to have a quick little snapback on BTC now that we finally got this, like, close to the point of control, basically almost done, and we're basically filling this gap. Like, the faster, I'm okay with it, you know, just wicking down, just getting it over with, right? Because BTC is very strong, and if it broke right past, again, that 50 moving average again, it's just like when we break past it the first time, it gets all bullish all over again, right? Anytime it usually breaks the 50 moving average, even if it's like this, look at this, dip underneath, right back above, and it carried up, dip underneath, right back above, and then it went right back to all-time highs. So Bitcoin definitely has this little power where it can just hurry up and get it over with and go right back above the 50 moving average and take things up. GM is General Motors. That's what I thought. General Motors is about to get paid off of everything. I'm sure they got that trademark. Let's go down to the lower time frames. This is nice. If you were in, you had your BYDFi account. I like seeing things like this when it's just like boom, and then you get that like, and shout out to Blunt. This little knuckle right here he calls, when you see this little like kink in the T line and 5 moving average, you can see that this thing has like this little kink, and this is where somebody that was trading futures would start to look for entry. You see this? Here goes that little kink. It's an extended super downtrend. We got our buy signals. I usually don't like it until it breaks the 50 moving average, but you guys can see how you got this gap to fill. BTC riding right back over 100 and 1,000. That's very likely to have these little snapbacks back and forth. Here you guys go down on the 1 hour chart, and this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying, like, I like when it's breaking the 50 moving average. Now, it's not always going to be perfect. Here goes where it did exactly what I like, breaking the 50 moving average and a buy signal. But hey, you got your signal, and some of these are going to be losses, fam. Some of these are not going to be the perfect ones, but this is a great example right here, and you'll use other indicators to help you get an idea of what's really going on, with Bitcoin right now. It's just going to be very volatile overall for BTC, right? So setting up longs, that's what you could be doing right now. Now, I don't want you guys trying to catch a falling knife, because on the daily chart, we do want this thing to print a buy signal at least, because it's a lot easier to swim with the current instead of against the current, right? And man, institutions are not leaving this thing. Like, it's not like before where, the scare in the market, the fear in the market was the you can shake retail out of this market before with nice shakeouts and stuff, but you're not going to get BlackRock to get shooken out of the market now. You're not going to get Vanguard and all these things that have been setting up all these vehicles for BTC to just say, okay, market's pulling back. That's it. We're not going to do this no more. That's it. It's sold up. So this is like what I've been telling you guys for a few days already. That short-term volatility. I've been warning you guys, like, hey, this does not mean that even if we fulfill this Bitcoin rainbow chart, that I'm sure we will, even if it's a little bit over, we're going to go into these ranges. It always does. War, pandemics, doesn't matter. Always does that, right? That does not mean in the short term it's not going to be volatile. That definitely does not mean that. Now, this is how somebody can start to take advantage of that volatility and start looking for some trades, right? Now, 15-minute candle has not printed a buy signal yet. We got about 12 minutes for this candle to close. Maybe we'll catch this one and see if what's going on. Here goes your 5-minute candle. I like this. It's headed towards the 50 moving average, but a lot of times when it hits one time, it'll hit another time and then kind of break through, right? So the whole market pullback will probably last about 1 week or two, then massive recovery. That sounds about correct. That sounds about right. BlackRock just in June alone bought 1 billion worth of ETH. Just in June alone, they bought 1 billion of ETH, and now it's pulling back. They don't care. I mean, they're not leaving the market, fam. We're not leaving the market. Are you going to delete your crypto Twitter? Are you going to delete your Telegram and all these things? No, right? So the best thing to do is refine what you've been doing, get better at what you've been doing, and see what you can get out of it. Here goes the 10-minute chart. We do have a green candle on the 10-minute chart, but the 15-minute candle is strong. When you see this one and it prints a buy signal, that's a pretty strong one to use right there. 1-minute chart, that's the 1-minute chart where above the 50. And what's nice about this is that it's so fractal and happens so much that, once you see this over and over on the 1-minute chart, and you get all these time frames to kind of link up, whereas like the 1 minute's breaking past the 50 moving average with a buy signal, the 5 minutes breaking past the 50 moving average with a buy signal, the 15-minute chart is breaking past the 50-minute moving average with a buy signal, and all these things kind of coincide together, and you'll catch yourself a nice little runner. But you do have to let these things set up. It's kind of boring setting it up, but once you actually wait for your setup and your things to actually follow through, it's a lot of fun to trade that, right? And once you're printing on that, now, I mean, the markets are testing everybody, even myself a little bit. I've been waiting to catch a nice little dip on Solana because I like to trade that one, and it's proven to be kind of dangerous, right? A couple stops, right? That's okay. That's going to happen because you don't want to catch this falling knife. And we're going to talk about Solana just in a bit right now. Let me get my mouse back. Should be charged. This thing charges fast because that little pad is just going to take way. Let me get the. There we go. We got our mouse back. We can move around a lot faster now. Let's go to Solana really quick and see what's going on. Solana had a couple times, like right here at 133, it looked like it was going to break past the 50 moving average, and then Bitcoin did that pullback. And this is a perfect example of like you want Bitcoin to really be on your side, and then you can ride these waves with it. Now, it's starting to look a little bit better. When we go to the daily chart, you can see that, hey, it's been underneath the 50 moving average, right? It's been giving us a heads up for a while. It's been had a sell signal on it. When it was trying to go back above it, it was looking really good, but we just got a sell signal on the daily chart. Let's layer this Solana chart up. I want you guys to go through this, and then we're gonna go to ETH next. I know we got we have Jerry in the chat and stuff. We'll go through what we got going on right now. All right, so Solana still no buy signal on the 4-hour chart, no buy signal on the 1-hour chart. No, there we go. Our first buy signal on the 15-minute chart headed towards the 50 moving average, which is around $32, which I could see that happening and filling this gap right here. Does not mean that it's going to break above the 50 moving average. It most likely will tap this thing, maybe come back down a little bit into, it looks like something like this. This is on the lower time frame, everybody, so mind yourself, okay? It could go something like this, where, you know, it's coming to fill this gap and it's crashing into this thing and eventually it gets above this organically. You see this gap right here? It'll fill this gap and kind of bump right into the 50 moving average. If it can get bullish again, it'll get above this thing and start to ride the 50 moving average with the rest of the market to the upper value range, right? This is a lower time frame, 138 for that Solana. Higher time frames, we got some development to go. I mean, we got some work to do. After a little pullback like that, we need BTC to get back over the 50 moving average on the higher time frames, and then everything else will. So do not get too scared in the markets. You know, if you can, you know, find yourself a great position, fine, find it. But chasing things right now will be extremely dangerous. I mean, extremely dangerous, even for somebody like myself. Like, you know, right here, this 5-minute candle was a perfect example of, there was a couple of these on right here that it was looking really good, and these 130 something where it looked like Solana was ready to turn right back around, possibly go into the 140s, maybe high 140s. But when Bitcoin takes a dip, it rips everything down with it, right? So that's what we're having in the market right now, where everything's following the Mona Lisa, the rising tide, and we're waiting on BTC. If you want to know when your Solana is going to go back up, if you want to go when your ETH is going to go back up, well, we're waiting for BTC to definitely, at least on this 15-minute candle, get above the 50 moving average. And, you know, that's why we're having everything else follow kind of late behind. But we're in a good spot, right? We're in a good spot, one, because honestly, we already knew that this was going to happen. You know, we were more optimistic that if it stood above it, would be okay. But once BTC starts breaking that 50 moving average and it's not holding on to it no more, and it has an incentive to fill the gap, you know, it flies through these sections. Whenever there's a gap like this, it just goes like, almost like hitting like a launch pad or something, like, shoo, just flies right through that section. So, you know, right now, BTC, 96,000, the lowest it can go, 87,000, right? Solana on the daily chart, what prices are we looking at? Let's just go straight to the prices that we're looking at. How much lower can Solana go to? It can go as low as 112. Let's zoom out a little bit. What was these other wicks down to? $95. We definitely don't want to see it do that. But it can. That's the thing, it can. If BTC starts to turn right back around, we'll be okay, right? So lower prices on the lower value range is 112. Point of control is 147. Upper value range is 2 something on Solana. Do I think Solana is still going to hit 200 and something? Yeah, I definitely do, right? So it's just this moment of BTC has to have this correction, and this is what corrections feel like. We've already been through this before. I don't think that it's going to be a drawn out correction like before, where it was just like, you know, it took forever. It was like almost 3 months. It was just like brutal. It was just boring, right? I don't think that we're in that time right now. I really don't. Now, I could be wrong. None of this is financial advice. It could just be boring for a while, and we drive price a lot lower. We'll keep an eye on it. But, you know, I want to be optimistic on the market. I want the markets to go the right way for everybody. I want us to win. But if they're not going that way, I got to just be honest with you guys, right? I still think that we're on target to fulfill this, as far as, you know, it happens every year. Those who are telling you that it's not going to happen, I don't know. Maybe they know something that I don't know. Maybe they were right all in these times as well, and they can explain why they were, you know, how they were right in these sections, and how, you know, this is not going to play out in this one. Or maybe they're just saying that this time it's not going to, because they say it's not going to, right? But to me, I've seen this thing, multiple cycles, do this over and over, where there was real world things going on, pandemics and everything, and it still did what it had to do. And I'm still a firm believer that especially with institution money coming in now, and especially things like war highlighting Bitcoin even more. If people are trying to escape these hostile countries right now, and what's going on, they can't leave with their gold. It's going to be hard to leave with their gold, but if they had a crypto wallet, they could leave right away. They could just pack a pair of drawers and get out. That's it. You don't need too much more than that, right? You got your seed phrase, you're good to go. So I think even more so people will understand the value of Bitcoin more so than just like I'm going to become a millionaire, as far as what Bitcoin for us degens and everything like that. But also, I mean, when you look at the people that are going through a lot of things right now in these countries, I mean, if people wanted to leave and they had any kind of wealth, if they had it in Bitcoin, they can just get out of there right now. They can just leave with their seed phrase and not have to worry about nothing. So, for me to say that even though all this stuff is going on around the world, that Bitcoin is not being highlighted in a positive way, that would be a far reach, because I think in the short term, this volatility is obviously expected because the people who are so zoned in, we're so into the market, we're so in here, we're forgetting to see the actual value of what Bitcoin is highlighting right now. With if people wanted to flee Israel, if people wanted to flee Iran, if people wanted to flee Gaza, if they had a Bitcoin wallet, they had a seed phrase, they can get the heck out of there. They can just leave and go anywhere. They can go to Colombia. They can go to any place that they want to go. They can go to South America. They can go to Mexico. They can go to, I don't know where they want to go. They can go anywhere with that money, right? But right now, imagine all that extra stress that you got to worry about. What am I going to do with all my silver? What am I going to do with all my gold? What am I going to do with all our precious, jewelry and stuff like that? Or all these assets in the house that are just now all the liability. That's all it is. Bitcoin removes a lot of liability. Now, it is a speculative asset, and it has its risk as well. If you lose that seed phrase, you're toast, right? But nonetheless, I think it gives you more protection against what's going on around the world than anything. And in the short term, there's going to be this volatility, but long term, I think people will start to highlight this more and more, where this is actually good for Bitcoin, because it's actually proving that it's not only a hedge against inflation, but it's also a way to protect yourself against collapsing countries or war or disruption in the market. So I would keep a close eye on Bitcoin as far as people starting to highlight this factor in it. And I know that in the short term, it's really easy to be bummed out about what's going on, which is understandable. But I think Bitcoin will be highlighted more, and when it starts to get highlighted, that's the same thing for the rest of these assets. That's the same thing for your Solana. That's the same thing for your and here we go. This is a perfect example of these breakouts. Yep. Love Crypto, a worldwide bank. That's really what it comes down to. Psychedelic Angel, welcome in as well. And that's what I want people to understand, that it does come with, like, you can't have joy without pain. And a little bit of that pain highlights all the good things, right? And I'm not saying that, now we're going through this market pain, right? It's like, oh man, but doesn't it highlight the joy of Bitcoin? Although it's like, man, it kind of, because, everybody who's so focused and trying to become a millionaire overnight in crypto, they see the wars, and because they're invested in a lot of just speculative assets, even more so in the meme coin space, that they're really shooken up, but they're really forgetting to see the level of how strong this technology is for people to be able to take care of themselves in any situation if a war broke out or something like that, right? So all right, so Bitcoin's being highlighted back over 100K, and you see right away, I mean, perfect example, 5-minute chart on Solana, 5-minute chart on BTC. BTC gets bullish, Solana gets bullish. You start seeing this pump. So that's what's going on, fam. That's all that's going on. You're not messing up. You didn't pick the wrong assets. It's not that you're not picking the right cryptos. These things have to happen. It's almost like written in a way that we have to go through this process of understanding how valuable this technology really is. Because we look at it like just this coin all the time, or this token, whatever it might be, as far as like, just to have fun. But really, this is really the future. And without these things happening, we're not able to highlight them, because all we're thinking about is that euphoric feeling of pump it to the moon, right? Pump Bitcoin to the moon, pump it to the moon, to the moon. But when we're having these moments of pumping to the moon, how often are we truly highlighting the unique aspects of Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market? It's only during the hard times that we really get to see the value of things, right? So everything in life, pain is necessary for growth. Absolutely. Cash can burn. CBDCs will be the future of fiat. It's just going to be all digital. We're already doing it. So Short-term volatility in the market, 100%. Yes, we got short-term volatility, fam. Yes, Solana came down to 127. It's back already at 130. Can these things turn around right away? Yes, they can. I mean, yes, they can. Let's go to Ethereum. We're letting the room fill up, and then we'll get into some more plays right here. I mean, 5-minute chart, basically same thing happening on ETH right now. You know, this is a trade that I like right here. Look at this trade. I don't like to trade ETH, but I mean, this is a setup that I like right here. You see this gap right here? You see this nice bullish candle breaking over the 50. We have our buy signal. You know, when BTC starts to pump right back up, you could trade, you know, your ETH in a short time frame from 200 to 250. There's some gains right there. You can even, you know, if you go a higher time frame and you think it's going to go a little bit higher, you know, you could trade this gap up here and go back up to, you know, $2,373. So right now we're hitting where like those who are looking to, you know, potentially catch a long trade where you possibly can. I would still be cautious right away because, you know, like once it starts, when it's first turning around, it's very volatile. And then when the trend is kind of confirmed, that's when the trend is just kind of pumping and going in that direction. But when it's first flipping, it's very choppy, right? When it comes from a downtrend to that uptrend, it can get kind of choppy at first. So ETH right now, let's go on a daily chart. Broke the 50 moving average. I mean, perfect way to practice how this 50 moving average works and how things get bearish, you know, once it gets underneath it. I mean, we broke above it when we got over $1,800. You know, this is the thing about ETH. Do we see ETH coming down to this price? 1,400? I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. What I think is we hold on to one of these nice little points, maybe 1,800 again, maybe exactly where we're at. We start turning right around, right at 2K. But this is something that we'll pay attention to as it develops and see what's going on. But you get to get some discount prices on ETH. If you're bullish on Jerry the Turtle before and you're like, man, ETH prices are getting out of my range, they're getting too expensive, then it might be a good time to start looking at ETH right now to get it at a discount price. I mean, BlackRock just bought a whole bunch of ETH. How much ETH was it? $1 billion worth of ETH. You know, if you had $1 billion worth of $1 billion right now, would you buy it and put it on ETH? For some reason they did. It wasn't just for fun. So this is what we're paying attention to. $2,200 Ethereum right now can come up to, you know, about $2,300 or so. The markets are shaky right now, fam. The markets are just very, very shaky right now. And it's all good. It's all good. Honestly, when you look at BTC and you look that we were talking about this already for a while, it's understandable. Let's look at AVAX right now, probably giving everybody a crazy discount. AVAX might be something that we pay attention to because it's almost like, when you go to the daily chart, it's like AVAX always knows ahead of the game. It's like AVAX breaks the 50 moving average, you know, last month or so. It kind of knows what's up. So AVAX, it's almost like it knows what's going on. But right now, $16 on AVAX. If you're interested in AVAX, get AVAX and buy Arena, hold it, and just let it moon, right? But look, this is a good example where we had the gap where we could fill it on the daily chart, but we didn't because BTC pulled back, so it pulled everybody back. Now, it could be a good area to get into. We called it at 19. It went all the way up to about $26. There were some gains definitely made there. Now we're on the downside. We can wait for this same setup again. Let it come up and crash this. You know, first mouse gets the squeeze, second mouse gets the cheese. And if it can bump into this, you know, it's going like this. First mouse gets the squeeze, second mouse gets the cheese. And then usually right here it starts to curl up and then starts to trade right back above that. That's what happens quite a bit, actually. And it doesn't even matter what time frame you're in. It literally happens quite a bit. We got Rico. BlackRock holds 4.2 billion in ETH and wouldn't be surprised that they will pump it up to 10 billion holding in ETH. I don't doubt that either. I don't doubt that one bit. Like the short-term volatility, whatever's going on around the world, I've been already in the market since 2017. It doesn't work on me. It doesn't work on me. I already know what's up. Does not work on me. I'm actually, after the live stream, I saw Feg for Life XPX2 I'm not sure if he's in here, but Psychedelic Angel, if you can post a live stream in our main chat, that'd be greatly appreciated for the XPX community. But shout out to Feg for Life and XPX2. He's chilling, watching a baseball game with strawberries in his drink and some Patron. I mean, that's how you win in this market. If you can see the market doing what it's doing and you can relax and you know where you have your money invested into and you know what you got going on, that's how you should be in the market, you know. And that's, you know what, I'm going to take a page out of his book today. So you guys let him know I'm taking a page out of his book. When we're done with the live stream, there's some final things I got to pack up. I got my bro's wedding I'm going to go to for sure, which I'm very, very excited about. But what we're gonna do is just, start early, even though it's like 10:30. We probably wait to noon. Don't tell my mom, right? We'll wait to noon exactly to start. But what we're gonna do is have some fun, man. Finish packing, get some things ready. I mean, I know what I'm investing into. I know what's going on in the market. I've been already in this market for a while, where this is not gonna, really scare me in any direction. So let me know what else you guys are buying. Let's go ahead and jump to Smart DeFi. We got everything's pulled back on Smart DeFi. Smart DeFi, Effect Token kind of lets you know as well, kind of like AVAX, like when the markets are going to pull back. We got Effect Token at a discount, $7.1 million market cap. We got XPX holding extremely strong right here at 996, and that's normal. The market cap's going to pull back. We've been holding strong at 1 million. This is truly our floor. We have our diamond hand, and we got more utility to release, and we got a big event August 6th to be going to in Las Vegas at the Caesars Palace. So we don't skip a beat. Let the market do what the market's going to do. We're going to keep pushing this thing. We got some great things coming out, some more utility for the whole space, and we're just letting the market simmer down. But we still got that zero deleted, and we got some numbers on there that zero's pretty far behind us, right? Rules for giveaway, great question, man. I love everybody pulling up for the giveaway. Guys, I want you guys to win. I don't care about this stuff. I want you guys just come register. People who register, you'll have your UID number, right? Then you join this Telegram and you win. I mean, I'm not going to do no gimmicks. That's all it is. And we're going to most likely be doing these. We'll see if we can do these weekly and just give away, these funds for you guys to definitely get into this and definitely be able to make these gains, right? And there's signals inside there. There's some of these signals that have been hitting back to back to back to back. There's a whole team in that Telegram, so take advantage of this Telegram. But in order to stay inside this Telegram, you have to register through BYDFi. If you don't register, the Telegram's going to boot you automatically. The bot is vicious, everybody. So make sure that you guys go through this process. Verify your UID number, and then DM me your UID number as well at Rico Moneybags. DM me your UID number, and I'm just gonna give it away. I mean, honestly, I just want you guys to have some extra funds to play with, and I'm here for you guys, man. All right, so. But yeah, shout out to Feg for Life, XPX2. I'm going to be finishing packing, and I'm going to be taking a page out of his book while we're chilling and letting the markets do what it does, right? Because we're invested in a great project. Me and him both. We got the zero deleted behind us. That thing is behind us, man. I mean, and we're holding very, very strong. Here we go right now. I mean, that's why we have a nice thick liquidity. You guys should look around. I mean, that's why we can hold strong when these markets are doing that. We're at $1 million market cap, but 169K in liquidity. Most projects that have 169K or 200K in liquidity, they're cruising at $5 million market cap. Go around and look. So we have a very thick liquidity to market cap ratio, and that's why, because we're going to make this thing multi-cycle and we're sustainable and scalable. So we have over 75% stake. We've been just staking, right? So yeah, over 76% staked, which is super bullish and very, very impressive. Staking just going up. Chart looking extremely healthy. I mean, with the market doing what it's doing, of course, every project hits their all-time high. We actually, got listed on Biconomy, and it took us right back to our all-time high. And then we had some market dump. This is right around, when the market starts to turn around. At the same time, we started having Bitcoin start to turn around, and then we hit, 2024, which was pretty boring for a while, right? There was nothing going on for some months, and then February was even a little bit tough, and then we started to turn this thing around, and it's a perfect time because we got our good redistribution happening, and the chart's holding really strong. Let's go to XPX. For those who are new, I want you guys to come over here. I'm the developer. I launched this thing on Smart DeFi with Ali, Marlon, and David. I mean, 4 Chads together building for the space, ton of experience in the space, here to let you guys off-ramp your cryptocurrency. Use your crypto Visa card. That's why I love this project. That's why I set out to build this thing with this amazing team. That's why we have an amazing community, because it doesn't matter if the market's red or the market's green. You're going to be paying for stuff, okay? These times, like like when Bitcoin's highlighting how precious it is, even right now, XPX gets to highlight how precious this thing really is, how important payments are to this space. While everything's pumping and things are pumping for no reason, you don't see the need for all this stuff. But the utility plays as like XPX, of course, letting individuals, letting businesses, I'm sure a lot of projects got to pay for things on their infrastructure. They got to pay people, they might want to use a card and they got nothing but crypto. Well, you guys can come to XPX Pay right now, whether you're an individual or a business, and get your XPX Gold Visa card. Let's come over here to Crypto Bill Pay. We're going to be adding some more utility in the coming months, maybe next month. Maybe we do it as a celebration for what's going on at the Caesar's Palace, but we definitely have some more things to add to this, more non KYC. So we got virtual cards, we got physical cards, we have crypto bill payments, non KYC, and now recently added, we have non KYC gift cards, over 8,500 gift cards to be exact, and multiple countries. I mean, more countries than the cards can facilitate. So right now, if you guys are like, hey man, I took some profits off the table, I'm gonna go to Target, I'm gonna go buy some things I don't need. Hey, you know what? I took some profits off the table. I'm gonna buy my son a game. I'm gonna buy my family a game. Boom, you guys can do that. Hey, you know what? I need an Airbnb real quick. Let me get an Airbnb card. You know, let me put $500 on this Airbnb card. I'm gonna be getting a place. Let me get a couple of these cards, right? I want to use a couple of them. You guys can do that. Okay, non KYC gift cards are super powerful and very bullish for the space because it gives us access to a lot of countries that the cards were not giving us access to. And the end goal of XPX is to bank the unbank. It should be. This is what crypto is all about. So here you guys go. You guys Airbnb, your Steam, the Hard Rock Cafe. I mean, you guys can take your lady on a cruise. You can order some Uber Eats like I love to do and get more and more round. DoorDash, you got your green card. This one right here, and not that one. But here you guys go. Boom. You guys can load up, and these are non KYC cards that you guys can use. You know, some of them up to $1,000, some countries up to 5,000 actually. You know, some countries actually allow people to do a lot more. But right here, you got Walmart in Canada, you got Walmart in the United States, you got Xbox, you got Google Play. The list honestly goes on and on and on, and it's actually pretty cool to see because it's just going to give us so much exposure to more people, different countries, more business. 8,500 gift cards is huge, fam. It's huge. And this is a perfect example of why we're invested into XPX. Because what are all these? These are all funnels to come to XPX. You know, now people are going to the Hard Rock Cafe, we can get a piece of that. Now people going to Walmart, we can get a piece of that. When before it was just a different types of currency. So you want a mobile card, you want to make sure your daughter, you know, in a case of emergency, she always has her, you know, a gas card with her. Boom, just like that. This is massive for XPX. And I think these times in the market, when you have BTC pulling back, when you have, you know, your AVAX, your Solana, and all these things pulling back, and look at Solana already back at, oh no, that's the wrong one. Let's go to this one right here. When you have all your Solanas pulling back and everything pulling back, it shows you, hey, you can off ramp your Solana, you can off ramp your, you know, whatever you're using in the space to do some non KYC gift cards and just go enjoy yourself, right? And that's what this space is really all about. Now, if you're invested into the token, what's cool is all of this that we've been generating, the revenue from the XPX Pay portal, the revenue from the merch store that I'm going to be talking about, that's all going to go into the project, fam. We're just a very organic project doing it. This is what it feels like when you're doing it the right way. It doesn't just explode overnight. It actually takes time to build these things out because these utilities cost money, fam. So the fact that we got a great looking chart, the fact that we have virtual cards, physical cards, non KYC bill payments that you can, you know, pay your family's bills in other countries. So long as you have their account number, you guys can take care of that. You can do gift cards. This is crazy undervalued. Then you start adding that we have staking. That's super undervalued. The fact that you can take out a loan against your XPX tokens and then off ramp it onto a Visa card. Nobody's talking about that. That is not priced into XPX. There will be a moment where that's going to be a huge meta. Like what projects are allowing you to take out a loan against them and what projects are then for allowing you to take that loan and use it in the real world. Well, you guys can do that today with XPX. That's going to be a meta. That's going to be a narrative. But this is how we build this today. So when that time comes, we are already ready. Okay, so here we go. XPX definitely marks the spot. Let's go to justshopcrypto.com. We're adding this. And if you guys are a project out there, if you guys want to, I will buy gift cards. Yeah, I mean, we got a lot for Australia as well, Psychedelic Angel. So go check that out. We got tons for Australia and some really good, some good cards, I think personally, and the price ranges are really good. So just shop crypto. If you guys are a project out there, if you guys are, you know, an influencer, even if you guys are a KOL, you guys want to get listed on here, you guys want to get listed on the merch store where you guys are actually making revenue, you guys got a return on your investment. If you're a project getting listed on here, this is massive for you guys. Now, maybe we're about to be rolling this out pretty soon. I was waiting for a couple things to happen, but I think we'll start pushing out the packages in this week right now and getting the community to help us out, getting all the projects to come on here. Very simple. They'll be buying a bag of XPX, staking the bag of XPX, and then they'll be getting nonstop exposure on the YouTube channel and nonstop exposure on, Just Shop Crypto, which is going to continue to grow. This is just going to keep scaling up as more projects even list on Smart DeFi, as more projects show up on my YouTube channel, on my X account, on the other X account, on the Rumble account. This is just going to grow. We're just in the beginning stages and everything's fully operational. You guys can come here, purchase. There's no problems for anybody to go through the motions and actually, order some merch. So this is much more than just a merch store. Been talking to some projects that are actually NFT projects. So just keep that in mind that this is going to continue to expand. That's why it's very Just Shop Crypto, right? Because it's going to be a lot of things where eventually it'll be like this, where, when we come to the home, you got your dashboard, you got your crypto bill pay, you got your merch store, but there'll also be some other options. If you guys notice, it's just straight merch right now, but eventually we'll have some other options for other projects and even for ourselves, right? Where I think the NFT craze will be coming up pretty soon, where a nice NFT sale and NFT projects are going to start to thrive a little bit. I don't think it's quite there just yet, but we'll definitely get there. And I've been talking to some projects that are already in NFTs, and if you guys are into NFTs already, then this might be something you guys are interested in. Yes, I was just talking about Effect for Life XPX2. Yeah, man, I'm going to catch up to you in just a bit, man. After this live stream, got some things to finish packing up. And while I'm packing up, I'm going to let the markets do what the markets do. I know what I'm invested in. I know exactly what I got. And XPX is right now highlighting that, just like, what's going on around the world is highlighting how precious Bitcoin is, because it gives people the option to leave whenever they want. But also XPX gets highlighted when the markets pull back as well, because the substance that utility brings, it's highlighted very significantly during the pullbacks, because even when the market is red, you have to put gas in your car. Even when the market's red, you have to pay your bills. Even when the market's red, you're probably going to still have to buy a gift. Well, you guys can do all of that right here from XPX Pay. Now, I know when Bitcoin's pumping up over 100K and meme coins are flying, nobody's thinking about this stuff. It's all just the euphoric part of the space, right? But honestly, I know down to my core, and I think a lot of the investors in XPX know that this is the future. This is a .com moment. And yeah, there's moments where we get all hyped up with everybody. But I think times like this, when the market's pulling back and testing everybody, whether it's Solana pulling back to 129, whether it's BTC pulling back to 999 or 999, wait till that happens, to 99,000. What's being highlighted is that we have products and services that make sense no matter what the market's doing. And that's because this is how we're always going to have to operate. We're going to have to do these things. So the fact that we have all of this live for not just XPX, but for the whole space, not just for individuals, but for businesses, not just for businesses, but for projects, not just for projects and businesses to accept cryptocurrency, but for them to actually handle payroll, is exactly when these things, businesses still have to pay their employees. Whether the market's green or whether the market's red, they still have to handle payroll. That's why it's important that we continue to stake our claim in the payment infrastructure, because this is exactly what is going to happen no matter what, whether the market's green or red. Remember the story of how XPX, trust me, fam. I remember that bear market like it was yesterday, and I remember the realization that I had when everything that I was bullish on during the last bull market, the NFTs that I was bullish on, all of that faded away. I'm standing on Las Vegas Boulevard, and I'm soaking it all in, and I'm seeing that no matter what, there was still Lambos. No matter what, there was still Ferraris. No matter what, people are getting hotel rooms. And what was everybody doing? Payments. No matter what, I said, oh, these guys didn't skip a beat. All the POS systems didn't skip a beat. The price of eggs went up. Did that slow down from people buying eggs? That didn't slow down nobody from buying eggs. Maybe some people bought a couple chickens, but it didn't slow down really the amount of people buying eggs. We just complained that they were more expensive. That didn't stop you from getting an omelet, right? And that's why XPX is so important, because that's what it's built on. It's built on from my experience. I've been in this thing since 2017. I went through a bull run. Everything was like, woo, all excited. Yes. Oh my God, this is so much fun. The whole market's bullish. I got NFTs worth $50,000. Bear market crash. What happened? None of that mattered. I mean, there was metaverses. I was in the metaverse the last bull run. I was like, oh, cool. I'm in the metaverse. Check this out. We're all in the metaverse. Guess who was in the metaverse when the bear market came? Nobody. No, nobody was in the bear market going to the art gallery to look at NFTs because that was what the metaverse was about. But you know what everybody was doing? Payments. No matter what, you're going to do this. Guess what? Christmas is coming up, whether the market's red or green. Give them some gift cards. No matter what, if the market's red or green, you will be doing payments. Okay? So why not come and get this project that is grossly undervalued? Shout out to TK. He always says that. Right underneath $1 million market cap that obviously sees what's going on. And while everybody else is going to play catch up, I'm going to be rolling out more utility. Most likely next month, we'll do some kind of celebration depending how the markets look like, but more non KYC payments. Why? Because we're staking our claim so projects and businesses can use this, because no matter what, not only individuals, but businesses will also have to. So that is XPX, everybody. This is, I think, the one thing that somebody said, what was the hardest thing about being a developer? And mine's is to get people to understand that this was built and the idea came from standing on Las Vegas Boulevard and seeing that thing didn't skip a beat and that payments were happening left and right. And I hung out with some people at the World Poker Tournament, and their buy-ins at the World Poker Tournament and their crypto people were substantial, where they weren't paying attention to the market. And this is exactly what you guys want right here. This is what you guys want to be a part of. You can either heed the advice now, or when the bear market comes, you're going to be like, that's what he was talking about. This is exactly what he's been talking about the whole time, because history does repeat itself. It's not always the same. It's not always the same, but it does have a rhythm. It has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. That is for sure. And we're going to see that play out again. You guys are going to see that, when the market does hit a bear market, or when Bitcoin hits its top and people start taking profits, you'll see people go into the alts, but you'll also see people just go on vacation, right? And just, probably buy some alts, but really just enjoy their cryptocurrency that they printed on. So bullish times up ahead for XPX, and bullish times up ahead for all the projects, because I'm going to be doing some special plugins to this website right here. And yes, that's a bit of alpha right there, because I've been working on some things. So again, just get ready for that. Going to be giving a lot of projects the ability to access some serious utility. If you guys are associated with Just Shop Crypto, you guys are not going to want to miss out. We're going to see who's the real ones, who's really supporting a movement. It's very easy for people to say, oh, we're supporting. Well, we're going to see, and we're going to support you right back. But we're also going to give you guys a bunch of utility. So come over here to dash.xpxpay.com. Don't miss out right now. Especially at the Lambo dealer of Diamond Boulevard. Oh my God, man. I mean, it doesn't skip a beat. Vegas doesn't care what's going on. And it's because payments doesn't care. And people are going to do this no matter what. So if you're interested in a project that obviously has already been, through the trenches and understands, the market, XPX marks the spot, fam. It really, really does. I'm going to post this right here for you guys. And best believe when the bear market comes and everything changes, I will say, hey, I told you guys so. Like, don't expect me to be this, like, super humble guy and be like, oh, you guys, how was the metaverse? Were you still in the metaverse? No, I'm going to tell you guys, like, hey, I told you guys time and time again that, you want to get into these business ideas and get ready for the new evolution of crypto, which is, really bringing everybody in via payments, everybody. All right, so let's go ahead and go to Deck Screener. Let's have some fun. Let's look at the main projects. Let's see everybody pulled up. I think we got Jerry the Turtle that pulled up first. They got a super chat, so let's bring them up, show them some love. Community's pretty strong. They said something about a nice little dip, so $6 million market. I mean, holding really strong. I mean, this is a great looking chart, Jerry. If Jerry the Turtle's in here, let me know. Let me see some turtles in the chat. That's a great looking chart. I mean, with the rest of the market pulling back, you guys should be pretty stoked. You're going to have organic pullback in these things. You guys got more listings going on. Jerry will be on every exchange. Orbit listing is coming soon. So, I mean, exchange after exchange. You got the Biconomy exchange. You guys know what's up. This is pretty bullish, actually, that you can trade it against BTC. That is pretty nice. You should talk with the dev of Jerry, do some collabs. I believe they will launch some merch as well. Nice. Definitely, man. Definitely. I mean, we're willing to collab with. I just want everybody to win, right? And those who have a real project, those who have, a real community and everything like that, they're gonna pull up. They're gonna see the value in what we're doing over here. It's actually, it's all honestly programmed, fam. It's already programmed, and those projects that come to Just Shop Crypto, they're gonna love it, man. They're gonna love it. It's just nonstop exposure, and there's a lot of things going on with the association of XPX with big KOLs, and they're gonna be mentioning Just Shop Crypto. So it's a great way for people to get a lot of, not just for me talking about it, but other big names talking about it. You guys don't want to miss out on that, or if you do, don't worry. I'll remind you. I'll cook that humble pie, and I'll be like, hey guys, that happened, right? So we got Jerry the Turtle. I mean, very, very strong community. Very, very. I've been saying that a lot lately. Very, very Jerry. $5 million market cap. That's a healthy looking chart. What's up, Saphir? That is a healthy looking chart. I mean, $5 million market cap. That's holding right on that psychological barrier. When the markets turn around, BTC gets bullish again. Solana get bullish again. Let's go actually to ETH while I'm talking to you guys, my Turtle Gang. Turtle Gang, pull up. Let's let ETH get bullish again, and it'll pump it right back up organically. But I think this is an impressive chart, and this community is showing some true resilience. Like there's times where you have to prove yourself, not just like the chart can go up, but that you guys can fight and hold the chart strong. And I think XPX and I think Jerry and very strong communities can do that. Yes, I think we can do that. AD, I think we're just late. No, we got an early stream today, man. We got IRL stuff to take care of. The markets are doing what the markets are going to do. A lot of you guys know I'm going to a wedding and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to do Effect for Life, and XPX is doing after I'm done with the live stream. Put on some music, straighten up some things before I leave, just like that. It's nice to come back and everything's just like already straightened out, right? Like you don't come back to any kind of disaster or anything. So your desk is on point. Everything's just on point where you come back and everything's just like boom, boom, boom. All your laundry's washed, everything's folded, everything's nice. So when you come back and you unwind into a nice, comfortable relaxation place, right? I like that. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So that's what I want to make sure as well, which is already there, but I'm just being a little bit picky like I like to be. But Jerry the Turtle, man, I mean, what else can I say? I mean, and I'm sure anybody can say this. The fact that you guys can hold this right here at $5 million market cap is super bullish, is super strong, right? So JYAY, Jerry will come with 2 more exchanges this week as we want to meet the 5 million trading volume for Crypto.com. Eligibility. Nice. Contract is already signed. They just require a 5 million daily trading volume. Okay, I like that. Ooh, I like that, man. That's pretty cool that you guys are, getting listed on Crypto.com with a strong community like this could be very cool, man. And you're a fresh Matt Fury play that's holding so strong too. There's a lot of potential here, man. I've been working on something. I got to hit up the dev again, and we'll see what's up. I'm working on something for you guys, man. I like that this chart is holding strong, that your community is very vibrant. You guys are strong. You guys are pulsing nonstop. Even if the markets, you guys are not all doom and gloom. You got your doom and gloom guys that get bitter right away. I mean, instantly get bitter. And it's like, stay positive no matter what. I don't care if it looks not that good in the space. Stay positive no matter what. It's not going to help being negative. So you guys are holding strong. I mean, all I can say is keep doing what you guys are doing. I mean, this community, look at this. This is healthy. 1 hour chart consolidating right here. 15-minute chart. What's it doing? Okay, consolidating. You guys are holding on to the $5 million market cap. So if you guys were also looking to look at Jerry, this is probably the floor of Jerry right here. It's that $5 million market cap, that prior resistance becoming future support. So very, very bullish. Very, very, again, I think it's Jerry that's been making me do that very, very a lot. I don't know. We're on some very, very stuff, fam. I don't know what's going on. But very, very Jerry, the Turtle on ETH is doing really good. I'm bullish on this one, and more so I'm bullish on the community. Let's go through some of the plays that we actually checked out yesterday. This troll was actually holding pretty good. It's at $10 million market cap. We'll go through some of them. You guys can let me know what you guys are buying in the chat down below. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. And yeah, let's go through the motion. I mean, this is another great project that's holding pretty strong. A lot of people talking about it. Troll holding a 10 million, holding a 10 million. If it doesn't hold a 10 million, I would keep some of the bag for the 5 million just in case, right? I wouldn't go all in right here if I was looking at this. But still a good play. I mean, everybody likes a troll. The whole space is a troll. I mean, I got two trolls in my community that I love with all my heart, man. I got Troll King and Saphir. They troll the whole space. They troll each other all day. I mean, who doesn't love a little bit of troll? What? This can't be real. These guys are too much. The space is something else. They're trolling. That's the whole thing. They're trolling, and I need to remember that. Sometimes because I'm so serious and so technical. Sometimes, even though, yeah, I'm laughing, but I take things. I mean, it's just I just got trolled. I just got trolled live. I got trolled live, fam. So and it makes you laugh, right? I'm done trading. I'm a troll now. Nice, very nice, fam. I mean, I like it. I got a special place in my heart for trolls now. I got two of them. I mean the world to me when it comes to TK and Saphir, and even their relationship, how they joke around with each other. It's adorable, right? So, what? We got the Captain B&B community pulling up. Get the rest of the captains in here. Prove to me that the cape stays on. Prove to me that the capes are still on. You guys should send me a cape. Actually, I should have like a Captain B&B cape at this point. You guys should send me like a, I don't know, something like the Spawn cape or something. You guys remember the movie Spawn? Ooh, that would be the cape that I would like. Something as big as Spawn's cape, but a Captain B&B cape that big. That's my cape. A lot of you guys probably don't remember because I'm hitting that age where I mention things that are nobody even knows. That's the dead giveaway when you've gotten a little bit older. Everybody is when you start mentioning certain things and people are like, nah, never heard of it. It's like, what? Never heard of it? What do you mean you never heard of Spawn? Say, yeah, never heard of it. Said, oh my god, all right. I need to stop mentioning. There's a certain era of stuff that you got to stop mentioning stuff because otherwise, you just start highlighting how 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 exquisite you're getting, right? You're like fine wine, how your aging process is going, right? I want a cape. Who doesn't want a cape? Who anybody? Kids without tablets that grew up without tablets. You wrapped a towel around your neck, okay? I feel bad for kids that don't wrap a towel around their neck and try to fly every once in a while. I'm not telling you to jump off of anything high. I doubt we got any kids listening, but I mean, those are good times, man. Using your imagination like that. So Troll is a pretty good one. We'll keep an eye on this one. Charts looking healthy. I mean, there's trolls all over into space. I can see how this can do really good. We got Captain B&B up in here. We're going to go into a freestyle session right now. We're having some fun. We're over triple digits now, which is nice. And we're going to check out all your guys' plays, man. If you guys are listening in here and you don't see the rest of your community in here, I don't know what you're doing, but go drag them in here. Drag them in here. Here we go. $5 million market cap, which I kind of told everybody we're probably going to be seen, but where you guys can save some ammo, some firing, some dry powder to fire right here because it likes to bounce off of this $5 million market cap and go right back up, right? We see this where it's done this several times. So I'm just looking at the pattern. Look, coming up from underneath 5 million, going all the way to a little over 10 million. Coming down to around, a little underneath 5 million, going right back to 10 million. Coming back down to around 5 million, going back up to almost 10 million. Coming down this wick down to 5 million, going all the way back up to almost 15 million. So, it's not because I'm saying this or whatever. I just want you guys to print or just hold it and just wait for it to go back up to like 70 something million, over 100 million, maybe a billion. It has what it takes. It has a community. Let's check out their X account. But I'm just showing you guys that, there's some opportunities to even, snatch it up on those discount prices that you see happen nonstop. So the crypto that captains your stack. So, I mean, you guys they've been using Captain for everything, man. Captain is a narrative big time right now. You got Andy right here. Look at Andy right now. He, letting everybody know. See, I like Andy's cape, but I need that Spawn cape. I don't know if you guys remember Spawn. Let's look up Spawn. Let's make you guys. Oh, that's why nobody remembers it. 97. That's why we're having issues with that. That's why we're having issues with people said 97. Nobody remembers this? Come on, fam. This movie? Respect for Captain Rico. I appreciate it, fam. You guys don't remember this movie? This is what I want my cape to look like. If Rico has a Captain B&B cape, it needs to, the collars need to be this exaggerated. Like, I'm not even joking around. Like, if I'm gonna rock a cape, it's gonna be a cape of capes. It's not just gonna be a cape. And I like Andy Liam. Don't get Andy Liam mad at me. I like his cape. I like it. And I know that you guys rock the hoodie a lot. You guys got that like Assassin's Creed feeling. But I need that I need that full blown. Where did it go now? Where did that tab go? We lost the tab. Oh, here it goes. Let's see. Let's see if we got a good image. Let's see. The Fat Clown is awesome. Absolutely, bro. That was what was his name? The guy that played the clown, the Puerto Rican guy. I can't remember. I can't believe I can't remember his name and I'm Puerto Rican. Um you guys watch this movie. It'll be fun. But this is my cape right here. This and when he spreads his cape, it's just massive. It's just a massive cape right here. Look at that cape, how big it is. The CGI is adorable. If you guys watch this today, I mean it's gonna be rough because the CGI is tough, but it's a great movie. I think it's a great movie and it brings back some nostalgic feelings, man. There you guys go. That Captain B&B cape is gonna be different on Rico. Those collars are gonna be high. We got Captain B&B. See, they like to rock. I don't got nothing against the hood. Check this one out. We know this one. Ava. Well, so we got somebody else that changes too. Right here. Dylan. Dylan. What are the let's go. What are the top the top 5 rappers in the world? So Dylan. Captain B&B fam, welcome in, man. There we go. We got the captains pulling up. I see more capes pulling up. Welcome in, everybody. Salute to all the captains. That's why I milked it a little bit so you guys can pull up, man. You guys. I was talking about Spawn and stuff like that because I want your community to pull up and let you guys know you got a spot to pull up and be super, super bullish. Ooh, the salute. GM to the Diamond-Handed Legends, HTX. Ooh, you know it's crazy when the exchange is giving you credits on being able to diamond hand, right? Pretty wild. Captain B&B, man, great B&B play. Brought a lot of hype to the B&B chain, and I don't think it's done. I don't think it's done bringing hype to the B&B chain, fam. It's finding its support right now. This is a great area for those who are saying, hey, when should I DCA? When is a good spot? Where is the good floor? Right now. Right now. Your favorite plays on this nice little dip is right now, okay? It's proven time and time again that it likes to flirt with the 5 million and go a little bit higher. It's dipped a little bit lower. It's come down to 3 million. But this is a good area where I think that if you're wondering when's a good time to DCA, send it. Send it right now. Let Captain B&B know I said what's up because this one has potential to go back to those all-time highs for sure. And beyond, honestly, I don't think we've had full-blown hype around our B&B like it's needed. Let's go to OG Brett. Actually, this is not OG Brett. Let's go to OG Brett. Before AD's like, well, that's not the Brett that I love. I need my OG Brett. This is OG Brett right now. 6.5 million. Shout out to my brother AD in the chat. I see him. True believer in the original Brett. I'm still holding with you, bro. I'm just gonna hold it with you. You let me know when I'm supposed to take profits. You give me financial advice on when I should take profits on my OG Brett. I'm still holding from before, bro. So let me know what's up. And he said, no, don't look. Bro, it's just a pullback. It's just these are corrections, and it's most likely going to hit its $5 million market cap or where it's come before, 3, and turn right back around. I mean, it came from 3 all the way back up to 15 million. So, I got in. I'm still in the profit right now. I got in at like 1.4 back in the day, like way, way over here. I mean, super way over here, like this section over here. And then it's just pumped up. I missed out. Yeah, I could have took profits at 40 something million. I missed out, but I'm still holding with you guys. So let's go ahead and keep pushing OG Brett. This is the original Brett on ETH, everybody. That's the first one. Let's see what else we got going on. Let's look at some of these plays that we were checking out the last couple days and whatnot like that, because absolutely, man, Captain B&B, I'm rooting for you guys. I think once you guys hold above the 10 million and people see that you're not going underneath 10 million, which don't be bummed out that we're not there right now. The whole market took a dip, right? The whole market, everybody's being tested. It's not like nobody's is excused from what's going on in the market, right? You're going to feel that, but You guys have that community. You guys have the TG lit. You guys have the X account lit. You guys are doing it all the right way. Everybody just has to be patient and let the market come to you. We're gonna have altcoin season. There's some people telling you guys that we're not gonna have altcoin season. Okay, why? Why? Who says? So somehow you've checked human greed? Because the reason we have altcoin season is it's due to human greed. That's not gone away. So you're telling me that, and people are saying it's not going to be like before. Nothing's like before, but it is in a way. But it's not perfect, but it is in a way something like before. And what you will see happen is Bitcoin will hit its peak. People will take profits. What do you think people are going to do? They're going to leave the planet? You think people are going to leave the planet after they take profits on Bitcoin when Bitcoin hits the peak, and they're not going to look at any other assets, right? They're just going to cross their arms and say, you know what? That's it. I'm going to Mars. I'm going to Venus. I don't want to look at SUI for the cheap and make more money. I don't want to look at ETH for the cheap and make more money. No, I was just waiting for BTC to pump and then I'm just out of the market. No. The reason we have altcoin season is because people take their profits off of BTC. And what do you think? People are not going to look to make more profits? Is that what you guys are telling me? Oh, it's not going to be like fine. It's not going to be like before. Maybe not. Maybe it's not going to be picture perfect. But whether or not you're going to see an influx of like the altcoin season pick up, that is not the case. Don't let nobody trick you out these bags. Do not let anybody trick you out these bags, because this is what's going to happen. The big whales and people like that will take profits. You're going to see more things like Solana ETFs. You'll see more ETFs around the alts coming into the world, and then they'll be pumping the alts. Is it going to happen right away, like when everybody can get their new cool Casio watch? You guys know I love my Casio watch. It's literally like $25. You guys can get the most realist watch out there. Don't spend your money buying dumb stuff right now. You guys don't have to. Buy more crypto. I got a cool Casio watch that I remember drooling over this thing when I was a kid, and I mean it's 20 something bucks. I got all my world times on here. I got a stopwatch. It's so much use case. I got my watch set. I got my timer set. I got everything set. This is what happens. Bitcoin hits an all-time high. These things start to pull back, and you have an altcoin season, right? Yeah, we're gonna mod this Casio, bro. I'm gonna mod it to have XPX colors. That's the reason I got it. It's super cheap, but I'm probably gonna spend like a couple $100 in mods to make it my own. You know, I like things to be my own thing, and where it has actual use case, and where it's not just on a shelf and I'm just looking at it. I can never use it. Like if I had a Ferrari and you drove it after I owned it, you're gonna know that I owned it. Anything in my life, I use it. Okay, I'm gonna be using, if it's a Ferrari, Pagani, I don't care what it is, I'm gonna use it. It's not gonna be, and I like stuff that has use case. So right now, use case on the Casio. Yep, use case on the Casio, bro. We're gonna get this right here, man. I don't know. Do you guys think we're not gonna have altcoin season? Let me hear before we go on to the next play. I got Captain BNB up in here. Do you guys think that that's it? No. Once Bitcoin's done pumping, everybody leaves the market. Nobody takes profits off of Bitcoin and puts it into any other assets. Nobody buys Cardano for the cheap. Nobody buys BNB cheaper. Nobody buys. Is that what we're saying now? Is that like the new sentiment that everybody? Or is that what's going on? Let me know in the chat, actually. We got about 150 pulled up strong right now. I just won a 92 Civic. Not bad, bro. I had one of those. I had so many Civics. I'm a true Rican at heart, bro. My teenage years was me doing I grew up during the Fast and the Furious era, right? So how could you not, do motor swaps and have fun like that during that era? I had 4 Nissan 240 SX at one point. I was drifting galore. I got in so much trouble. Oh my God. I got in so much trouble. I sold 2 of them and 2 of them got impounded. So just imagine, a teenager with rear wheel drive and stick shift cars. I mean, I used to leave a figure 8 everywhere that I would go. And this is a long time ago, everybody. This is whatever, right? This is a long time ago. Yeah. What's the giveaway about? Good question, man. Come right here. We'll be sending these out. I think I'll be able to do these once a week, and then we'll send them out at the end of the week. But join right here. Use this link, and then grab and join this Telegram, and get inside that Telegram, and make sure you verify what your UID number from this right here. I'm just gonna be giving it away. I mean, they're giving it to me. I'm just giving it to you guys. I really don't. I mean, and I'm gonna squeeze them for every week just to give you guys more money. Some of you guys might win twice. If there's nobody's joining up, I'll just give you guys the money twice. It doesn't. I just want you guys to win. All right, dude. That RX-7 from Tokyo Drift is fire. Absolutely, absolutely. We're over here talking about all kinds of stuff. I love vibing with you guys. Sometimes we gotta vibe, everybody. Sometimes we gotta just vibe. I need to. I know we're on our Tokyo Drift right now, but I need you guys to let me know. Are you guys think we're not having an altcoin season? Should we send out the message to everybody? There's no altcoin season. Nobody's gonna want to buy anything after they take profits on Bitcoin. Is that what we're saying? Is that the new? Is that who made these new rules? Is these are the rules that we're doing now? I need to get my memo. I need to get my memo. Is that what's going on? That when everybody takes profit off of BTC and it pumps, that we're not buying anything else? I need to know. I need to know what you guys got planned. It seems like that's the new plan. That once Bitcoin hits its peak, that nobody's going to buy any alts and try to make more profits. We're definitely getting an altcoin season. Yeah, you know what? I think so too. I don't think it's going to be perfectly timed when everybody thinks, but I mean, we would have to remove human greed, Saphir. How do we do that? How do we get rid of human greed to say we made money off of BTC and now I see Sui, cross my arms, I see Sui for the discount. I see Solana for the discount. I see all of these getting ETFs. But I don't want to buy it. I don't want to buy nothing that I know it's going to be the next. It's like, how? We're going to have one. It's just going to be different, I think. Yeah, of course. Of course. Just like you have a birthday every year, right? It's not the same birthday, but you still have a birthday, right? Now, alts with great utility will rise. Absolutely. Don't you have a birthday every year? Is it the same old birthday every year? No. But you do say happy birthday, right? Well, you're having a birthday, but it's not the same, right? Hasn't it changed? At the very least, the numbers on the candles have changed, right? Altcoin season is coming. There we go. And you know what? I wouldn't try to time it either. It's just let Bitcoin do what it has to do, and then let human interaction do the rest. Cardano is at 53 cents. You're telling me that when Bitcoin hits its top, people are not going to want to get some Cardano? Excuse me. That's what happens. It's not because anything else other than how the humans think, right? And it's going to be the same exactly? No. Your birthday cake keeps changing every year. Do you still have a birthday cake? Yeah. Maybe it wasn't a cake. Maybe you had a muffin this year because you've been naughty. I don't know. So you only get a muffin, but you still celebrated something. You still got your birthday, right? So I think we'll still definitely have our altcoin season. Yes, is it going to be exactly the same like everybody thinks or people are saying like before? Probably not, man. But whether or not we have one, I'm betting on humans to always do what humans do. That's what I'm betting on. And we'll have some fun with that. Let's go into some of these DeFi plays. I just wanted to see what you guys were feeling because, honestly, I think timing it would be hard. I mean, that's going to be really, really hard. If anyone is stressed, just watch dominance, and when it drops, come back. That's all you got to do. Right here. That's all you got to do. Altcoin season, you got your Bitcoin dominance right now, 64%. ETH is 8.7%. The dominance is super high. I mean, when it comes down, that's just what happens automatically. So this circus played by Trump and Iran will end very soon, within 2 weeks, and the real bull run will start. I mean, a lot of people are talking about a banana zone and all that. I heard HBAR Hedera is going to be AUDD, Australian Digital Dollar chain, very bullish, and it's like, okay, so are you not going to buy HBAR? Are we not going to have an HBAR? This is what I'm talking about when I see people saying that like there's not going to be an altcoin season. It's like, okay, all right, don't worry. I'm going to remind everybody when we do. When we totally do, I screenshot so much stuff it's not even funny for Humble Pies. That's how I seasoned the Humble Pie, because a lot of times people are just talking out the side of their neck. It's like sometimes a lot of this stuff is so psychological. Like humans are going to do this. You don't think that people are going to load up on HBAR then? 13 cents? 5.5 billion? No altcoin season? I mean, that sounds like an alt right there that would do really good. Right? Maybe inverse banana. Oh, AD. Oh man, I love these live streams. It's you got your super serious YouTube channels. You guys can go do that, but we get to just be ourselves and really just look at things. And whether we're looking at the BTC, whether we're looking at the alts, whether we're looking at meme coins, whether I'm telling you guys how important it is for you guys to have XPX, to have a piece of the future of finance. Whether it's smart DeFi, the Gorilla, the governance token, Feg token, I do my best to just where we talk about the stuff that we're supposed to talk about, but we get to have fun with each other too, right? Because I want to be able to look back and be like, not that this was like some kind of cookie cutter show, but I have fun and I got to interact with you guys, on a human level and not just like some kind of talk show or something like that, right? So let's look at some meme coins. I do think that we'll have our altcoin season, fam. We can say some vague things and then, like that will stay the 50-50, but it's going to happen just because humans will see Bitcoin dominance drop. A lot of people will take profits and they'll see things like the potential of buying HBAR or something like that. And especially like somebody like Psychedelic Angel, let's say she was a Bitcoin whale and Bitcoin hits its peak and you find out that HBAR is going to be the way that the Australian digital dollar is going to work. How in the heck would you resist to say, let me take the profits off my BTC? I mean, it's only right to do that. That's what I'm saying. How could you resist to say, let me take my profits off of BTC? I'm going to load up on some HBAR. Do I love HBAR? Do I like the Australian, government having their own digital dollar? That doesn't matter. Is there an opportunity to print? Bing. There you go. That's what will be the deciding factor of you generating wealth in this market over and over and over again. And I want you guys to take advantage of that stuff, right? When Bitcoin hits its top and, we've been accumulating alts. I've been accumulating. I got my SUI bag. That's parked. I don't need to get no more SUI. I'm going to leave that alone. Whatever it does, if it turns into the next Solana, it turns into the next Solana. When altcoin season comes, I'll be showing everybody. I'm like, look, this is why, I just held on to it because this moment was going to come. But now I'm interested into HBAR. I wasn't interested into HBAR. And that's why we got to have these conversations because they also highlight how, that's a perfect example why that altcoin will most likely do really well because there's got to be a lot of Bitcoin holders in Australia. And what, are they going to ride Bitcoin all the way back down? Or are they going to sell their Bitcoin for some profits? Leave it, obviously a moon bag of Bitcoin you should always leave. But if they want to take some profits and then buy HBAR, how could they resist that? I mean, I wouldn't want them to. So we got this one right here. Let's go into some meme coins, everybody. It would be a great long-term retirement bag. Absolutely. I don't blame you, right? Especially if you see that that's the way the government's going to go. You're getting ahead. Imagine we're right in the moment where the Federal Reserve created their whole stuff. We're living in that moment again where instead of all these things happening, and they're still happening in back rooms, but instead of like where it was only their big people being able to snatch up this opportunity, if you can see it, you can actually be a part of this revolution that's going this evolution of currency that's going on right now, where if it was not for media and the way that we can communicate so easily, this would have all been done behind closed doors, and by time it would have been time to hit the switch, we would have never, HBAR would have been $50 or something like that, right? So this is a great opportunity to look for opportunities like this and make the best of them. Let's go to this one, Naka. This one's Naka. All right, this one's been holding good. I told you guys this chart looked pretty healthy. I think it's good to highlight this right now that this project went to $5 million market cap. I know the market's shaking everybody. Maybe it comes down to 1 million, but I would keep an eye on a project that can hold really strong like this, and it already has what it takes to hit 5 million. If it broke 5 million, it goes to 10. If it goes to 10, you guys know it goes a lot higher, right? So we're just trying to find you guys some other gems, bringing you guys some bangers on the live stream. We're going to go to a couple other ones as well. Ishi was another one. Let's check on this one that we were talking about. Let's see where it's at, actually. We got a couple of them. Let's just type it in and see where it's at right now. Where is that one at, actually? Ishi Go. I don't want to pick the wrong one. Maybe, is it gone already? There was another one. Taikai was another one. So these are holding pretty strong, right? Let's go. I want to find that other one. Ishi. Here it goes right here. 228. So This one was doing really good, and now it's not. Shiba Inu's father. There it goes. But we've seen that other one come back to life, and that's the thing with meme coins. They can just come back to life out of anywhere. Now, you can set some up right here in the bottom and see what's up, but maybe they didn't have a strong enough community to hold this pullback, right? And this thing could just be completely done and out. And the best way to see is just go join the community, go join the TG, and see exactly what's going on. Because, you know, that's the thing with these newer projects that don't have a strong community. The minute the market pulls back, you know, the minute BTC pulls back and wrecks everybody, they disappear very fast. You know, they disappear. They don't have what it takes to hold on to the market and stuff, right? And they'll fade a lot quicker. So although this one was looking really good and went to 2 million and some change, it's definitely pulled back quite a bit. And it was looking pretty good, and now it's not. But if you park the bag and you're in the L, and diamonds or dust, fam, that's why you only put in what you're willing to lose, so you can have a diamonds or dust situation. I mean, some of my biggest winners were situations where I forgot about the bag and it just sent hard, okay? Literally, a lot of them were, hey, a diamonds or dust situation, and those turn out to be some of the biggest hitters. Then you get more greedy, and you're like, well, if I would have put more in this next one and more in this next one, but, you know, even like on BYD5, they have this, like, quick buy option for a reason. You can literally, if you do this quick buy, that's probably all it's going to take for you to hit really big. You know, come over to the Solana one, you know, 0.1 Solana. If it's going to hit and it's going to be a runner, it's going to be a runner. If it's not, then it's not. 0.1 Sol. If it's going to hit, it'll hit. If it doesn't hit, then it doesn't hit, right? So let's go and see what we got. We got Hope Coin coming out, a bunch of Hope. People are going to hang on to that, that's for sure. I like all these 8s right here, but it's really a countdown. So 0.1, 0.1. A lot of times when this happens right here is a community just too new and not strong enough that when this thing broke, it just can't hold on, right? That's why a strong community is important for these types of scenarios right here. And only put in what you're willing to lose. And I think right here is a perfect example. Like if you had 0.1, even ETH in there or something like that, which is a little bit more expensive, honestly, a lot more expensive. But if that's your budget, then it is what it is. If it goes up, it goes up. If it doesn't, then hey, it is what it is. Maxwell the Cat did pretty good for me, and I forgot that one for a whole bear market. Forgot about the whole Maxwell the Cat, and it pumped up out of nowhere. Let's look at this. This is a Maxwell the Cat. This was hilarious. The one on ETH. The Solana one is a rug as usual. This one right here, I got in on this one. Look how old this one is. I got in on this one in the bear market. Look at this, 2023, when projects could barely break 100K. I got in at $50 million or 50K market cap. I'm still the little bit of Maxwell that I'm holding technically in profit, and it pumped up out of nowhere. What? When? A whole year later. A whole year later. What happened to this? I forgot about it. It was just bear market. I was like, all right, I forgot about it. Then it pumped up and went to almost $1 million, and then it went even higher. I think this Maxwell will always do good. I think it will probably always come back to life. It has the liquidity, and this Maxwell the Cat's actually pretty strong. This is a great looking cat and their whole little thing. It sucks. I think it would have kept doing good. I think what killed it was that Solana people joined the Telegram, and they ruined it, and essentially they basically ruined it because they made it where they're going to be going to Solana and stuff, and they were trying to get everybody because it's a real CTO. There's like nobody in there. They kind of ruined it with like trying to chase it like, oh, we're gonna go to Solana, but again, the ETH one is the one holding. And but this is a great example that I only put in what I was willing to lose, and it actually turned into a really nice bag because it pumped up really hard. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on with all this Maxwell stuff? And I just put in only dust or diamonds or dust, right? And if you do that with a lot of plays, and that's in your budget to handle that, you're going to win on some of these pretty good, right? Now, if you're chasing every play and you're just aping into everything, that's when the space starts to be a little bit rude to you. Here we go, $10 million market cap. Let's check out Zeus. This one's been pulling up quite a bit as well. You guys see it up on the ticker. If you guys got a project out there, your developers out there, you guys want to get up on the ticker, let me know. If you guys want to be up on the title, and definitely tap in with me. Zeus, man, I mean, this is a great looking chart. Holding 10 million. I love these projects that can hold 10 million. I love communities that are just resilient, and it says a lot because when the markets turn around, you guys get to reap all the benefits. Here, they're in the space right now. What space are they in? They're in the Kid and Walt space. You guys want to sneak in here and have a listen? Let's see what their kid and Walt is talking about.
As a community, we're growing our friendships and our community and our brotherhood. You know, very happy to see Data today. Very happy to see Walt and Kid and everybody, Mr. F, everybody. You know who you are, every single one of you. I appreciate you all. It's a beautiful Sunday. Yes, the markets are red, but that's where we show our strength. That's where we show.
That's true, man. Yes, the markets are red, but that's where you show your strength. Absolutely. That is the 100% the truth of how you work these markets and how you actually do this and how you make it through this, right? This is a strong one right here. Zeus is looking strong, man. For it to hold this strong in these market caps, are they talking about feet? Yes, you already know. You already know. There's nothing going on in these spaces right now. There's nothing going on in these spaces right now. BTC shaking everybody. BTC's got everybody. Look at BTC again. 99,000. BTC, stop it. 98,000 at one point. BTC, stop it. Just turn around. Send everything. Send all of our bags to the moon, fam. Send our bags to the moon. But you know what? This stuff happens, man. Here goes Zeus, looking really good, holding 10 million. If it breaks 10 million, it'll probably come down to 5. As you guys can see, it does this quite a bit. You know, all the way up here, down to the same little area, all the way up here, down to the same little area. Up here, didn't go down here, but with the market conditions and everything that's going on in the market, you could probably just wait for a nice little entry right here. Or maybe these guys keep their foot on their gas and they want to hold it right here. We'll definitely see what's going on with that. But they got great volume, 1.4 million in volume. This thing definitely has a life of its own. Holding above 10 million, did exactly what we talk about. Break 5, go to 10, break 10, go to 20 something. Happens every time. I mean, break 5, go to 10, break 10, go to 20 something. And usually these are the tops now. Almost like the whole market has agreed that these are like the new tops of what projects go. If they go higher than that, it's just amazing, right? But the fact that, you know, they are hitting it several times, they definitely have what it takes to break 25 million and go a lot higher. Community just has to want it. That's really what it comes down to. Community needs to be bullish. Community needs to be hype, no matter what. And you guys can see that it doesn't even matter if it's a cat, a dog, whatever it is. It needs to have a bullish community that can take things a lot higher. Just stay super active and be positive. If you're bummed out and you got people being bummed out all the time, you got people asking, you know, questions in a fuddy way, just to kind of soft fud, and you guys don't check it. That's what you get, right? You got to check the soft fud too. People like to soft fud, and you know, that's kind of what a lot of people are about in this space, because you know, it takes a backbone to just say how it is. So they'll soft fud left and right, and you want to make sure you keep that in check and keep a hyped up community where even somebody soft fudding just looks like, what are you talking about? All right, so Zeus is a great project, man. For it to hold these prices, looking really good. I wouldn't 8-bin completely right here. Maybe it can go a little bit lower if the market continues on a downtrend, because the rest of the market be spooked and people kind of have knee-jerk reactions, or just place a nice little bag right here at 10 million. Because if they break 25 million, we could see that nice little 50 million, you know, 70 million, maybe even goes into 100 million. It's been a while since we've seen something go into the 100 millions that are these plays that we see on crypto Twitter everywhere, right? It's been quite a bit since we've seen the Myros and all the projects that just were flying into the hundreds of $100 million market cap. Everything's hitting this like 20 something million, 15 million, and then turning right back around. So they got their spaces going. They got a live space. They got Kid and Walt for sure pushing this thing. So they got enough oomph. Right here we got MK, went up to about 6 million, right back underneath 5 million. Most likely going to fight to get right back above there. That's just, you know, the space being bearish. The space is being bearish. Bitcoin's pulling ETH back. Everybody else gets scared, and that's what happens. What is bro talking about? June 21st, market update. MK, let's see what bro's talking about.
Update, starting with Bitcoin. What's up, crypto bros around the world? I have your June 21st market update, starting with Bitcoin. Boo. Ethereum. How'd that get in there? And Meme Linked, the clear winner. Go over to memelink.com and make your account today.
There you guys go, man. That's a good community member right there. Josh is killing it over there for Meme League, and actually killing it for Kendu at the same time. That's what it takes, man. Community members like this, and making things happen goes a long way. And I think that was a cool video. That was a lot of fun, and Chart's looking healthy, man. It's normal pullback on crypto. You know, you break 5, you break 10, you go up to 15, 20 some million, and then you pull back, and it's like everybody's agreed on these prices. So, you know, getting back over 5 million holding, breaking 10 million are the next sections. These are the next areas for everybody. And I have no doubt that it'll happen, right? We're just having the whole market's being shooken about. So make some drinks with some Patron. I think we have some Don Julio. Um, some Patron and some strawberries. That sounded amazing. I like my tequila with just salt and lime and just taking shots, you know, and like, how many is anybody taking shots in here? Let me know if somebody's taking some shots. Let me know. Let me know. We're gonna play the shots. Um, and that's, you know, enjoy your time. Go touch some grass. Go cut your grass. Go roll up the grass. Whatever you might have to do. I mean, the space is gonna be the space. Let's look at some more plays. We're about an hour and 30 minutes in. We've been doing like these nice little like longer streams. They've been really nice, and that's thanks to everybody pulling up and sharing the links, right? We're gonna pull up when the markets are green, when the markets are red. We'll get everybody on the same page. Let's check on Arrowbutt 6.6. Coming back down to this section, back down to 420, back down to that $5 million market cap. All it comes down to, you know, community activity and let's see, $4.3 million market cap over here. Some nice buys coming through on Jesus Coin right now. That is for sure. I'm rooting for this one. I think that they're going to do great in the space. They have over $1 million in liquidity. And that's just unheard of in the space at a $4.3 million market cap. And sometimes people don't know what's good for them. You know, they'll rather chase the other ones and because they move a certain way and they're under the impression that it's moving super fast, but really it's just the lack of liquidity. And not everybody can actually even do stuff in there. So this is a project that when the masses come in, you'll be able to buy and sell and be able to trade this thing no matter what. The whales will be able to trade it. That's Jesus Coin, fam. Super bullish on this one. And definitely keep an eye on Jesus Coin, fam. We have completed our very successful attack. You guys know this already. I'm sure you guys heard this a million times. You guys don't need to hear it here as well. They're blowing stuff up, fam. That's what's going on. All right, Jesus Coin, great community, very positive community. 1 million in liquidity. The numbers are there. $4.3 million market cap. 1 million in liquidity. I don't know if there's another project that has that type of liquidity and market cap ratio. I honestly don't. It's one of the strongest ones in the space, and I think it should be kind of like, hey, check it out. This is a great play for everybody. Some of the biggest plays barely even have $1 million in liquidity. All right, that one has quite a bit. That one's 14 million. That was the $1 billion play. But even some of the bigger ones that everybody talks about, I mean, they're not even, like we were just at Zeus right here, you know, $12 million market cap, 523K, 532K in liquidity. And there's nothing like, that's just what the space is about. But when you look at Jesus Coin, that liquidity is crazy thick. You know, there's a lot of people holding there. There's a lot of liquidity there. And there's going to be a moment where that is going to be a huge factor for the project in a beneficial way, in a positive way. It's just that this space doesn't always highlight the best parts, right? And sometimes that's just what the space, but eventually it will. Yeah, everybody will come to a realization of how the space actually operates. That's just going to be very common. So Jesus Coin is here to stay, everybody. The whole way that we measure time is, you know, BC, before Christ. So I don't think that Jesus Coin has anywhere to go but up. And I think more and more crypto adoption will most likely bring more and more Christians in here. More and more Christians will most likely hold and support this thing. And we could probably see this thing going back to some of its all-time highs. $90 million market cap. Here we go. BTC pulling back once again. We'll be wrapping it up pretty soon. If you guys are listening right now, definitely go and register right here. And join the Telegram. We'll be giving all this away, and then we'll restart this stuff, and then we'll restart it all over again if we're going to do another week of this. But this whole week we've been just basically giving out some funds for you guys to be able to take advantage of the markets. use the referral link. Share this referral link as well if you guys can. Make it go viral somehow. Make the stream go viral. We're almost at 20K subscribers, man. YouTube keeps holding us back. It seems like it takes forever just to even get to, 19K. If you guys can, if you guys want to see your projects get more exposure, you guys, share these streams, man. Share these live streams. Get people to subscribe. I'm here doing the work, but you guys got to meet me halfway. Get more people to sign up. Let's break out the Shadow Realm. Although we're on Rumble, we're on X, but YouTube definitely holds us back. We're pulling up strong and nonstop, and we're still not quite at 19K subscribers. Let's just go ahead and break that. So tell a friend to tell a friend. I think we're not even that far away. If you guys can share the link and get everybody to subscribe, it'd be pretty amazing, man. So a little bit of red, a lot of bit of red in the market. I don't know if it's quite done, everybody, yet. This 15-minute candle will give you some glimpse into like what's going on for the higher time frames. You can see we had that bullish momentum for a little bit and then turn right back around, got bearish on us all over again. And that's because we like this buy signal to be when it breaks above the 50 moving average. So keep an eye out for that. If you're looking at BTC on the daily chart, if we just wick to 96K and got it over with, the point of control, we could definitely just turn this thing right back around and fill the gap right back the other way. Inverse banana zone, like AD said. But right now, hey, we've been through this already before. If you're a part of XPX, you're receiving staking rewards no matter what. Let those who have knee-jerk reactions you're literally doing what everybody else does. It's not going to work out. When the markets are fearful, you need to be greedy. When the markets are greedy, you need to be fearful. If everybody's being fearful right now and you're doing the exact same knee-jerk reaction as everybody else, that sane is flying right over your head and you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it. So we have some great opportunities coming up. I wouldn't chase anything quite just yet. Just let it settle, let the trend change again, and see if we can get a buy signal on this daily chart, right? Let's see if we can get a buy signal on the 4-hour chart. Let's see if we can get a buy signal on the 1-hour chart. Let's see if we can get above the 50 moving average. And if you don't feel like looking at that all day, make sure you guys keep the bell notification lit. We'll tap in every single day, just about every single day, making sure that you guys stay on the same page, making sure I stay on the same page of the market and refine this thing. But at the end of the day, until this is done and Bitcoin hits its peak, that it will do, no matter what the people who just repeat what the next person says and the next person says. It's almost like you can watch one video or one channel and you watch them all because they're just repeating the same thing and reading the same stuff, right? This happens every time. No matter war, no matter pandemic, Bitcoin goes up here. And after it hits a peak, although it's not the same, fine. It's not going to be the same altcoin. Call it whatever. But we're going to have something. We're going to have people hitting a Bitcoin peak, peak, right? And then they're going to go into the alts. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they go into HBAR after they get their Bitcoin profits, right? And Bitcoin pumps super hard. And now everybody's talking about the alts. Okay. Is it going to be picture perfect like before? No. Is your birthday picture perfect from your last birthday? No. Was your last Christmas like the Christmas that you had before? No. But you still had a Christmas, right? Boom. There you go. Boom. All right, fam. So until this happens, you can't shake me out of this market, no way. If somehow Bitcoin broke both of the blues and came down here somehow, that's it. I'd pack it up. I'd pack it up, fam. But it's not going to. It's just not going to. Especially now with institution money in here, especially now with this actually being a faster way to transact money, and even more so seeing how Bitcoin it's needed for insurance almost, to be able to say that you're liquid and you can go anywhere, whenever you want, anytime you want. So Bitcoin is the future. Cryptocurrency is the future. There's always going to be short-term volatility. There's always going to be things that actually, while there's short-term volatility, that there's other stuff going on around the world where it looks like it's affecting it super hard. And it is to a certain extent, but Bitcoin has always proven to be able to continue to move forward. So right here, still waiting for our bull run, fam. We're still on the left side of the chart. I'll let you guys know. I'll be 100%. You guys will probably see tears coming down my eyes a little bit, like, it's time to go to our alts, fam. It's like, we're not there. We're just not there. So when we get on the right side of the chart, I'm going to let you guys know. Load up on your HBAR, load up on your SUI, because we'll have some type of birthday altcoin season, something. I don't know. Maybe the cake is a different color. I don't know. But we're still getting a cake. All right. So I want you guys to have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your guys' weekend. We're going to chill out ourselves. We got some things to actually to continue to get ready. Enjoy the rest of your guys' weekend. You're not going to miss out on too much at all into space. And so just chill, have some fun, clean the pool, cut the grass, have some tequila. I'm going to do the same thing. And please watch Tires when you get time. I'm going to, bro. I'm definitely going to. I wish I could just watch it on something else other than Netflix. I want like a little Netflix, because I'm scared of those things, man. I get into a series and now I gotta watch nonstop and all this stuff. So a lot of things I like to watch is just boom and boom. But I need to start watching some of these. I think that's the only one that I probably will watch because I love freaking Shane Gillis is so funny. I know he's hated by a lot of people, but I mean it is pretty funny. So I've seen a lot of the clips and I mean they make me laugh really hard. So I'm definitely gonna watch it, bro. I'm definitely gonna watch it. You're gonna know when I watch it because I'm gonna bring something onto the stream about it. So Saphir, you have a great day, bro. AD, you have a great day. Psychedelic Angel, you have a fantastic day or night. Feg for Life, XPX2. I'm catching up to you in just a bit. Enjoy the rest of your day. Just relaxing. All those invested into XPX, you DCA if you can. We're just holding the floor. When the markets turn around, we'll turn around right when the market. We have some cool events to do here in Las Vegas coming up for XPX, and we have some more utility to release. We're just going to keep working. So I binge watch, and don't get me wrong, I binge watch YouTube as well. So I'm no saint, fam. I mean, I'm no saint when it comes to having where I accidentally binge watch something, So I'm a YouTuber, and I love YouTube. So, but I'm definitely gonna do it. So you guys have a fantastic rest of your guys' weekend. Enjoy yourselves. I know there's gonna be a lot of stuff where a lot of doom and gloom. I've even heard people where they're like they could feel it in the air. I mean, okay, Phil Collins, you could feel it in the air or what? That people are gonna revolt? Get out of here. Life goes on and stuff. So just keep your space kind of peaceful. Enjoy yourself, take care of some chores maybe you got to do, and just relax, man. Honestly, I'll let you know when we're on the right side of the chart. We're not there yet. We're definitely not there. So I'm actually going to practice what I preach. I'm going to get some things ready, getting ready for a big day for my brother, which I'm very, very excited for. Very, very. Again, I'm saying that a lot now. And yeah, I mean, if I was on the right side of the chart and it was a bro's wedding, I'd be like, oh my God, let me make sure that I'm timing this right and everything like that. We're on the right side of the chart, but like I already know that everything's whatever I'm doing, we're still on the left side of the chart. Bitcoin's gonna do what Bitcoin does no matter what. We're all still alive. I like that. Absolutely, that's the best part. So I want you guys to have a great day. Those who are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys can't do that, definitely continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. I'm going to keep giving these giveaways. As long as I can keep squeezing them for giveaways for you guys, I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm going to make sure that they actually send these out and stuff. So I'm going to post this all over again for you guys. I'm trying to get this done nonstop. So you guys might win twice. It doesn't matter to me. If you guys are the only ones in there, I'll send it to you guys twice. It is what it is, right? I want you guys to win, and we'll have that set up. So have a great day, everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe. Congrats to your bro. I'm so excited. Psychedelic Angel. And it's going to be the whole family there. So I'm super pumped up. We're on the left side of the chart. I know what I hold XPX. That's my bag. I know that we're developing nonstop. We have some exciting things to do here in Vegas as far as the Evo Rare event at the Caesars Palace. We'll be linking up with Davitola, networking again, doing some of that, having a lot of fun for 4 days, and also just rolling out more non-KYC utility. And our payment portal is still transacting, even when the markets are bad. So we're going to keep building this thing out, and we'll do this together no matter what the market conditions are. So have a great day. Again, us having a hard time saying goodbye today. So like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys can't do that, continue to come back and experience the abundance.